It's just this technique. It's just all the wrist turn. That's it. With this 3-finger grip, it's nothing. Okay, see, so that's pretty. Look at you. Okay.
I still have a problem with my calipers on there on the left. Where
well, what you were just doing was pretty good, and so what's developing? You see, your left is a little better than your right. But what's happening is this idea of learning how a wrist turns based on just letting the stick lay in the middle finger, wedged up against the palm. Now, look, your left arm is, both of your arms are pretty relaxed. So I think your right's resting on your leg. Yeah, but that provides you, this provides you insight to what it feels like. Now, I'm better balanced in my right because my left isn't used to doing this.
I'm getting the shaking again.
Well, yeah. But so what you do is, if you're shaking, what do? You do this. You have to take a moment. Reset.
Yeah, I can do without the fingers attached.
Well, that's huge. You can do that. You see. Now, keep doing that. See, your calipers in the left, it's like two different musicians. You've got this really pretty good musician, Steve Newsome, playing the left hand, and this other guy who thinks he's really happening because his right doesn't shake ever. But the right doesn't look like the left, and the left is, see, now they're starting to come along because we're trying to maintain symmetry. We're allowing the calipers, the guide, to come away from the stick, and we're just feeling the wrist turn. And if we're going to do that, we don't have one hand down on our leg with kind of the thing together and the other just coming along. No, you want to insist on, no, you're insisting on putting your guide back on, but you're not there yet, right? Because what you're doing is you're changing pressure with the guide. Now, what did Dick Wilson, you have to start memorizing some of this stuff. What did Dick Wilson say about the guide? Okay, you have to start memorizing this stuff. The guide, which is the thumb and first finger, I've been calling them the calipers on a disc brake, using Carlos Vega's description, right? We were talking about earlier. The guide is firm, comfortable, and constant. So don't play for a second. So when I see you doing this, does that look firm, comfortable, and constant to you? We're trying to leave all that outfit. We're mostly feeling we want to get this. And then at a certain point, we can put the calipers on, right? And start to develop that. There. Just there. Just there. Which is very much like just there. We don't want to lose the feeling of what it feels like to turn on. This is really the gig, Steve.
Yeah.
Feeling this. We want to feel. See how this is turning? No, you're putting your guide on. Look at my copy me. Yeah. Now we don't go. No, we want this to turn. It has to turn up and turn down and then stop right at the floor. You don't have to go. No, it goes up and down at the same speed. Real gentle. Yeah, there. You're back. You see how solid that is? Now that difference to you doesn't seem to be meaningful. You'll just come back because you're determined to put your calipers on. You'll kind of have this, but you'll be doing this, or you'll try to put your guide on, and you'll be doing this and wondering why things aren't working. So the first thing to do is just get that. And you want to focus on what it feels like to turn your wrist. That's what Buddy Rich was all about. I mean, back in the day, there was that famous, I read this story. You got to come and see this guy. He's really turning his wrist, playing at the Hickory House or something. And people marveled at his wrist. See, because now you're turning your wrist. You see how easy that is? Yeah, you're turning your wrist. We don't wait at the top. It's learning this feeling, memorizing that feeling. We don't go down harder than we go up. And you appreciated moving less last week. Found it helpful. Oh, you went down and lifted it up. No, it just goes boom. That's it. This is a wrist turn. Calipers aren't off. No, now go to your right. Take your calipers off. Make them this. Look, they're different. You have two different drummers. Decide how you're going to play. We've decided we're just going to do that. Now, why are you coming up so high? But see, it's better. Be at the floor so you don't hit the shank. Get your calipers off. Come on. Copy your, there. You have to keep them off. Every time you go up, you want to change. If it's true that the guide, which are the calipers we're talking about, if it's true that they're firm, comfortable, and constant, it means that they're constant. So if we're going to take them off, we should take them off and remain some form of consistency. They should constantly be off. They're not doing anything as they're off. So you're not going to go doing what you'll end up doing if you put them on. They're firm, comfortable, and constant. So if you take them off, they're comfortable and consistently off. You see? And now you only feel the stick in the middle finger. Come up less. Less. Why are you waiting at the top? There. As soon as you do what I say, it comes together. Don't bring your calipers in every time you land. Keep them in the same place. Feel the wrist. This. Feel it. You can see it. Look at it. Feel it. Come up less, and you have to do everything I say, which is you don't wait at the top and then come down faster. You don't come down and lift it up. Come along. Come up less. You change your height of turn. Keep changing. There it is. Oh. You have to stop, don't you, so you can lift it up again. And why don't you lift it up less? You're back up to like 1.5 inches. How about 1/4 inch? How little can you lift it up? Now your calipers are coming back on. Lift it up. There, up.
Shake it again.
Okay, so what do we do? That's right. Go down here. Bring it up. Let it sit in there. No, wait. Look at me. How come you... I've been doing this a lot longer than you, but I take way more time. I meditate in a way that you haven't learned yet, right? And I'm sure I have more to learn myself when it comes to real meditation. You need medication to meditate, for whatever it takes, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to let it sit there and feel that. You don't want to do that. It's not shaking, and I have to go through in my head before I even play. And okay, I'm just going to come up like 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and it's going to be smooth, and I have to come back to here and stop, and I wait. And I get this feeling back, and I wait. Oh yeah, that was pretty good. Now this time when I wait, I haven't played yet. You want to play right away. This time I would think, I thought about everything I just discussed. This time I'm really going to focus on how does it feel? What does a wrist turn feel like if I do? Oh, okay, so I came up 1/2 inch, didn't wait at the top, came down and stopped. Okay, I got that. Now and I know that's a wrist turn. So what does it feel like? What is this area? What does it look like? What does it feel like? This is all it is. Look how little. Look how little. This middle finger is moving. Look at it. Look at it. It's tiny, tiny. And look at my wrist turning. Look at my wrist. This is what you have to learn. There, see your back. Stop now. After you have a couple good runs, feel your waiting position at the floor. Feel it you feel the middle finger. You can feel it on the palm.
Yeah.
You're going to lift it up 1/2 inch, not wait at that's too much, and you waited at the top. So you only get one strike. Nope, you waited at the top. There. You didn't wait at the floor, you're on the surface. No, you're on the surface. You have to lift it up like that. You got one. So you don't sit around doing that. Here's what I think you do when I'm not around. No, you really have to be incredibly patient. I am. I'm still to this day spending time doing stuff like this or letting it bounce twice. What does that feel like? No? No? Say, okay, so let's do this today. But let's keep working in the simplest way. We've deconstructed the grip to help you feel a wrister. Okay, so if we were playing and you were able to play a singles chart, but right now, let's just keep moving. And so you've got this feeling. Now look at the way I look. See, my calipers look the same. It looks almost like a mirror image. You had a mirror. One hand would be the reflection of the other. I'd like to think we're kind of going for. Things change as you get playing. Okay. But as we're doing as little as possible, so not very much should change. Okay? So I'm here. And I know that if I just lift it up, it comes back down. Just like we've been discussing. So let's just stay in the left hand for a minute. Okay, now take your calipers off. Creating a mirror image, your other hand's going to have to know what that hand's doing. You don't have to do it yet. Yeah, that's right. See? Right. Now, so just lift it up and make a tap. No, wait. You already lost it. Okay, so tell me what you're going to think about when you're lifting. It's like only 3 things. Tell me what you're going to think about.
I'm letting it drop, turning my wrist, and then coming back up to the base.
Turning your wrist and coming back up to the base.
In other words, I go boom.
Okay, stop. So here's, I'm not quite sure what you mean. You mean the zero bias line, the base?
Yes.
The floor? Okay. Okay, so you're thinking about the floor. That's very good. So we need the floor. We need the floor. All we're thinking of, that's good. We should start. We have the floor. I'll write this out for you. The floor, which we know is half-inch parallel bead to butt end on this. And you have this grip. We don't even need to discuss the grip. You know it. Although we might want to remind you about calipers to keep them off and not doing anything. But all we know is we're at the floor. We're going to lift the stick up a 1/2 inch or a 1/4 inch and come back to this floor, and we're going to move at the same speed up and down. That's it. Calipers have changed. You got the floor. So what are you going to think of? Don't play. But to memorize.
Making sure my calipers off.
Yeah.
And when I turn my wrist, it's got to be the same speed.
Okay, that's good. And you use the word turn your wrist. I didn't because I want to get rid of as many words as possible. Floor. You can use the word turn, but if you want, but we have to turn up and down. So you can say that, but you want to turn up and down at the same speed and come back to the floor. And stop. Just one note is all you're going to get to see if you can do that. So you're at the floor, you're going to turn up and down at the same speed and always come back to the floor with the calipers off. That's 4 things. Oh, go for it. Try one hit. Stop. So what are you thinking of?
Turning my wrist.
No. Got to start with the same thing. Floor.
I turn once, the same speed up. I go up and down.
Same speed, and stop right there at the floor. So that's what? The floor, up and down at the same speed, and stop at the floor. That's three things. And you might want to throw in the calipers.
Calipers.
Okay, say floor, calipers, up and down at the same speed, stop at the floor. That's four things. Go for it. Try one hit. Boom. That's all it is. Forever. Forever. 10 years from now, when we hang out, you'll do that. If you take your calipers off, it'll look just like that. When you put your calipers on, it'll look just like that, but the calipers will be. So that was really good. See, okay, so now, see, Murray said every student is different. And I teach through the brain, and the brain tells the hands what to do. Well, that's what we're doing right now. I'm teaching you today, during this particular period of the lesson, I'm teaching you through your brain. And you need to start reciting, memorize this stuff. I mean, this is like you're studying to become a doctor, right? And you've got to cut into patients. You need to know what is going to happen every time. So, floor, calipers off, up and down at the same speed, back to the floor. That's it. Now, I'm going to give you something cool. How would you do that but get 2 notes? Can you do it? Let's see if you can. Which is a rebound. Getting the rebound is kind of early, which you did last week, actually, without knowing this. Getting a little more detail. Okay, stop. Okay, what did you do? You have to be able to talk about it intellectually. Hey, good, by the way.
I think when I let it hit, let the stick hit the surface, turn down, I think I opened up my hand a little bit more, loosened up a little more in the back.
Right. That's wrong. That's why we're doing this now.
Okay.
You know why you were successful? Because although a little bit of that happened, and that's why we're going here, because that's what you do. See, now we're starting to connect. You're describing things, because we're getting into your brain now. You're describing things that I can see you doing that are wrong. Okay, but you've got a single wrist turn. You've got that. Floor, calipers, up and down. Oh, up and down like a quarter of an inch or something, like move very little. Should have that too. Maybe it's that 5 thing. Or up and down at the same speed, a quarter of an inch. We'll turn it into one thing, right? And I come back to the, see, that's all it is. Now, are you opening your hand up at all when you do that?
Not opening my hand here, but like I say at the base where my stick butts up against the palm here. I think I loosen that up a little bit for the rebound.
Oh, this is really cool. This is kind of what I wanted to do with Murray and Richard, and particularly Murray wouldn't put up with it. Dick would spend a little time. I'm not going to teach that way, but I will teach that way for now, right? Because this is, I think, what you need. How are you loosening up? What's happening on the palm? You're using the word base for the floor, and now you're using it for your palm.
I think I open up more there when if I'm thinking in my mind about letting it rebound.
Okay, good, but we just talked about a single wrist turn, so don't change the subject on me now.
Okay.
Okay, how would you change the pressure on the palm? Turning for a single. What did you do? Because that's what you said you did. And let me just take it from here.
Okay.
No. I told you we're not doing anything. That's why people can't. You want to do something? There's nothing to do. It's all a wrist turn. So, if I have the stick wedged against the palm, sitting in the middle finger, and I turn, the only way I could loosen something on the palm would be to do something with my middle finger. Think. Would that be one way? So, but you're not doing that. You're not doing that. So you're correct right now. You're not even sure when you're correct, so let me hip you. You're correct. You just leave it there and go ahead and make that little strike and tell me what happens in the palm. Really good, but you turned a little too high, but really good. What happened in the palm? Do it again and feel it. What happened in the palm?
Did the stick bounce up against the palm?
Yeah, what happened? Did anything change?
Well, I guess really not, because we're doing it the same way. We're doing a wrist stroke.
Okay,
The wrist stroke, right?
okay, so let's like really get nerdy here. Let me try it and see what happens. Not much changes. Does the skin get moved at all? Barely. It's nothing's changed. Okay, next, play a double. You don't do what you think you do. You don't go opening up your middle finger. So, and that would be the only way you could change pressure. The only thing holding the stick is the middle finger. Seemingly the only way, based on your thinking, would be to actually open up the middle finger. But that's not what we do. It's actually simpler than that. It's kind of sneaky, you know. So what makes it kind of brilliant is its lack of being obvious, or maybe it's incredibly obvious if your buddy Rich, he's like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna, he talks about that all the time. He goes, fingers? What are you talking about? It's a wrist turn. He says it over and over, right? You can read it in different articles and so on. So the way we would get the stick to bounce isn't by opening up the hand or the finger purposefully. What we do is, so here, don't play, just, we're into your head right now. We're getting brainy. So here's that little wrist turn. You know what it looks like now. You could probably almost feel it, but without playing. Take your calipers off, though. If you're going to just wait there, keep your calipers. Don't have to lift your arm. Take your calipers off. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so one note, just coming up like a quarter of an inch or half an inch. So how would I get that to bounce? Don't play.
Would it be to bring the stick up a little bit higher?
No. You can do it right from there, right from parallel. The Richard Martinez thing, I'm not sure I did talk about it quite in these terms. You have to follow through to the second note. That's all you have to do. You don't do anything but turn your wrist a little bit further until you get to the second note, and then you come back to the floor. It's the wrist that changes, not the fingers. It's all a wrist turn. So play one note and just get that feeling again. Stop, not bad. You have to now remember, floor, calipers, lift it up half an inch, and come back at the same speed and stop. Go for it. Nope, you didn't come back to the first stop. Not bad, but you know you didn't just come up and come down. Half an inch. Came up with, not bad, but you came up a little high. Half an inch. There. And just wait. Now, what you're doing is saying, I want one note, so I'm going to stop right here. Now, if you want two notes, you're going to, oh, I got three. Give me two notes. That means you're going to have to do this. Watch. You're going to have to land. It's going to bounce up. And you're going to have to turn again. A little more. It's going to hit. And then you're going to come back to the floor. Try it. Oh, you just have to, it's tiny, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a Ferrari, not a Volkswagen Bug. Lift it up, just follow through to the second note. No, don't go opening your hand and letting it flop there. It's the wrist. You have to turn, get one note and turn a little further. Almost. Get 3 notes. All right, try this. Watch. Now, we can get it other ways. What we can do is just learn to feel, what does it feel like if we just see if we don't come up? We just get as many rebounds as the force of this particular surface will provide over the fulcrum with this weight of stick. Try it. Just lay it on the surface. Lift it up and come down and leave it there. No, not yet. You have to hit the floor. Calipers off. It's just a wrist turn. It's just what you did for 1 note. You lift it up 1/2 inch and then just let it stay on the floor. There. There. Now come back to the floor. Okay, how many notes? You got like 4 or 5 rebounds. Do it again. Lift it up just 1/2 inch and let it dribble them. There, stop. Now come back to the floor. That's so you can play a buzz roll. See, you didn't do it. You didn't do anything but turn your wrist. There's no finger control. There's just the timing of how long you stay at the surface. So this time, can you play 4 rebounds? Just let it dribble and then lift it up after 4. Tiny bit lift it up. You won't even feel lifting it up. Just say 4 in your mind. Go on, lift it up 1/2 inch. Oh. Do it again.
Oops, sorry.
Just 1 turn down, and then when you're done, you lift it up to there. That's it. Give me 3. Oh, give me 3 again. That was really good.
Oops, sorry.
Just time it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 4. 3. Oh, you don't have to go, don't go lifting up severely. Just 3. It's like a finely tuned sports car. Give me 2. Oh, yeah, you have to lift it up a little sooner. You have to start by lifting it up. No, you have to lift it up, not throw your fingers open. Turn your wrist up to tap it. Almost. Do it again. Almost. Do it again. Almost. Bottom of the bead. Oh, 3. Don't do it with your fingers. Just turn your wrist until you're finished bouncing. There you go. There you go. Almost. It's cool. That's 3. It's good, man. See? Your grip isn't changing. Yeah, there you go. There you go. 2. You got 2. 1. Give me 1. 1. You can't go leaving it on the surface too long. You can't stay at the floor too. You can't stay at the surface too long. We're talking about like 1/2 inch is tiny. You have to lift it up first, though. Calipers up. There's 1. That's how long you're going to be at the floor. There. Now just stay at the floor a little longer, or turn just a little longer. It's tiny. You have to lift it up first. Almost. Oh. Oh, you see? Now you're getting the feeling. And you notice? Your wrist is turning. Oh my God. That's really what this technique is about. It's about controlling this mechanism, this lever system, in that way. It's not, you're just holding the stick. Whatever happens in the hand when you turn, we don't even need to know. It doesn't matter. How about the other hand? Can the other hand do that? Can the other hand do that? Can the other hand just do 1? Calipers off. Now let's go through it. We have to be at the floor. Calipers off. We're going to go up half an inch and come down 1/2 inch at the same speed, and always end up at the floor. There. It's real solid. Don't hold our arm out. This is all it is. Calipers off. You kind of bring them back in. They just love to dance, don't they? They just want to play around. They want to be involved. They're left out. Why can't we play? No, not yet. Lift it up and come there. Don't come down. There you go. You're gaining control of the lever arm, aren't you? Come on, get parallel, get to the floor, don't hit the shank. Not bad. Half an inch, same speed up and down. There. Now this time, just let it lay on the surface when you're done and get as many rebounds as you can. There. Now, at the end of when the stick won't rebound anymore, just bring it back to the floor. Get your calipers off. And then lift it up to the floor. Right when you're done, right? Yeah, there. Okay, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and come to the floor. There you go. 3, calipers off. Come on, you have to time it. It's timing, wrist turn timing. 3. Give me 2. 2! That's how you control rebound. And Murray Spivak would say, and I asked Dick Wilson about it, he said, yeah, Murray's right. This technique is about controlling the rebound. You're controlling the rebound. Take your calipers off to feel it right now. Have the discipline. See, that's all it is. So if you were to go from, see, this hand isn't as well educated. Yes, my right. But sometimes that can be a benefit. Not always. So if we're just, see, that's just one note. Yeah, with no grip. You're just timing. That's really all that's happening. So you did this last week, but I didn't really get into the details. You were playing doubles at 72. Go ahead and put the. Oh, you don't have your metronome batteries yet?
No.
Steve, get those metronome batteries. Okay. Your calipers aren't off in the left, and your forearm in the right is always a little lower. I don't know why. Your left is up like this, and your right's down here. I don't know why. Okay. Da 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 da. So just play singles. Oh, okay, right? Okay. Just singles right now. Right, left, or left, right, left. Start left.
Bouncing on my left hand.
Calipers off. Floor going up half an inch, same speed up and down. You're playing quarter note beautifully. Calipers off in the right. Maybe we won't play doubles. Maybe we'll just let it bounce now. Don't do anything with your fingers. It's your wrist. It's just got to stay at the surface a little up. Here you go. Okay, you're starting to throw your fingers open in the right. The left, I mean. Okay, now almost, dude. Now go ahead and play eighth notes. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Don't do it with your fingers. Do it with your wrist. There you go. Now, using your wrist like that to stay at the surface a little longer. Follow through a little more. Don't do it with your fingers. Just leave everything alone and turn a little more. You got to turn your right. Almost.
I think I'm trying to control the bounce with this.
Well, you
Trying to make the bounce happen from all the bad habits I've had. Trying to make. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Coming along there, you're getting the idea. So what would happen if we went? Let's see. So if we just quarter notes, every click, get. Oh, that's pretty good, dude. There you go. Now, why do you open your calipers up to play a couple notes? Why do the calipers move at all? I thought it was wrist. Yeah, see, don't move the calipers to the left. Just turn your wrist. It'll bounce.
Hurts. Actually hurts. Hurts after a while.
Okay. Well, I don't know how on earth, unless there is some actual physical problem, I don't know how all you're doing is just turning your wrist. There's nothing. There you go. There you go. There you go. See, it's just a turn and get 2 notes. Look, your calipers aren't freaking out. They're just staying off. You just lift it up. It's the wrist that lifts it up, not the calipers. Look at you. Okay, that's your best success yet. That's really good. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. It's good. Now just go into singles. You got it right there. Singles, same speed. Oh, you're going to play twice as fast. Okay, keep it there. Keep it there. Now just turn a little deeper, turn deeper, and get 2 notes. All you're doing is turning a little deeper. Stop. Almost twice as fast there. Okay, that's the direction you're just got to keep working on. Now, what would happen? See, let's see. So you see, trying to what tempo? What could we do here? See, because we're just trying to get. We're trying to not lose the feeling of essentially just that wrist turn. It's not very much happening. So you'll see at that point, we're just a little too soon to get into roll strokes. But what if we got into the Spivak throw? Page 7, is it? Pull out. Okay, so you're at 72, playing 16th notes of singles, and then you play. You do it. Let's see, one.
The one that says single strokes.
No, not that one. You hold this. It's upstroke and downstroke. It's like right at the beginning. So you were playing 8th notes, and then you went. So each click got a rebound. So it wasn't quite doubles, but it was very good. Okay, so I'm going to have you do that. And now each one of those turns can play a double. Da 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 da.
All right.
Okay, very good, man. Okay. Da 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 da. Okay, you're playing 16th note. Da 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 da. You're playing 16th note. You're at 72 with way more knowledge than last week. Okay. Okay, good, man. Good, very good. Now, what if we just got into emotion without the grip right now? See, you'll get this if you can learn to turn your wrist, and learning to turn your wrist can be aided by getting rid of the guide. It just makes the whole thing very simple. Okay, now you're getting that feeling. Okay, so playing singles is starting to become kind of easy for you now. Because remember, we have the, say with me, you have to say this in your brain when you have the floor. What do we have? Recite it to me. It's the
floor up.
What about the calipers?
Oh, calipers off.
No, start with the floor. Say it in an organized
floor. Calipers off, up, down, floor.
But no, up down is a half an inch. Spain speed up and down. You have to memorize it all, Dr. Newsome. See, it's really easy. If you think that way, you got it. Don't change your calipers. Come on. All right. Okay, so you got that. So that's essentially the whole technique. That's it. You really should memorize that because, you know, we're done. That's it. Okay, we'll refine it. We'll learn to put the calipers on. But right now, when you put the calipers on, I'll tell you what won't change. Floor, up and down half an inch at the same speed, floor. That's never going to change. Okay, in this case, the only thing difference is we're keeping the calipers off to keep things as basic as possible. Okay, so now suddenly a wrist turn seems like nothing to you. You could do this all day long. Yeah, I see you're starting to get that. Okay, so what would happen if we did this? Each click is a turn. See, it's nothing, isn't it? See, it's starting to become second nature. Don't go opening and changing your guide. It's up and down at the same speed. You don't come up higher in the left. Why are you coming up so high in the left? You have to lift it up a half an inch. There it is. Remember, I had you say up, down last time, but we haven't needed to do that today. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, and that helps too. Okay, now we got that. So we have this, right? So if we're playing the speedback, you have the speedback. What is it, page 7? Where did it go? I knocked over my music stand yesterday, and I haven't really properly reorganized it. It's everything. It fell and everything went flying stochastically. Well, who knows where anything is? I want to look at it while I teach you, even though I've memorized it. Look at all this. Where the heck did it go? Okay, there it is. All right, so we have the upstroke and downstroke, okay? Now we're going to introduce, which we've touched on lessons past, briefly. But now I've got you turning your wrists. You're actually turning your wrists. You've learned to control. You've gone from horse and buggy to driving a pretty well-tuned sports car. Okay, so here's what we're doing now. See, it's nothing. All it is. So if we're just playing with the click, we're just going Now, this is a little tricky because usually we're going to have to keep the throw very small because of not having a guide on. See, I've really got to stay balanced here. Notice I'm real balanced here. No, Steve?
Yeah.
Don't go throwing your fingers open or you'll lose the balance. You have to balance it right here. Balance it right there, and then you turn your wrist. You don't go doing anything with your fingers, you'll lose the sticks. Yeah, keep it balanced there. See? You're starting to get a wrist turn. You're back, man. You're back, baby. Okay. So, now, if we're going to go like this, we're going to make a little throw. Go ahead, make a little throw. Just the left. No, just stop. It's good though. I know you're going to get this. I just want to see you do this. Take your calipers off. Now there's still going to be that little wrist turn. We have the floor. We have the calipers off. We have up and down at the same speed. So we have all the elements of the wrist turn. The only difference is we're starting with this little bend where we leave the bead right there at the surface. Wait, you got to get the little bend, and then you're going to do what you did for the wrist turn. Calipers, up and down half an inch at the same speed. Try it. You lost your calipers though. You're not balanced very well. Oh. There it is. Easy. Now just give me one wrist turn. One little wrist turn to remind you of how it feels. That's all it is. You're just going to bend forward a little bit like that. Like that. You're nice and balanced. A little wrist turn, little flick, little flick. Good, man. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do one of those. Do one of those. Not even an upstroke right now. Just a little flick. And then wrist turns. So it'll be a little flick, left, right, left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're playing every note to the click. Calipers off on the left, please. There it is. That's good, man. Go the other way. Show me a little throw in the left, in the right. Not bad. Show me a regular wrist turn, because it's going to feel a lot like a regular wrist turn. Yeah, that's a regular wrist turn. Now you just bend a little beforehand and you do that, and the arm will just come down by itself. I'm not doing anything with your arms. You're not doing anything. Again, when you go up, it's a wrist turn.
Just been back on my grip or something.
Well, we don't have much of a grip right now, but it's cool. That means look at you, you're balanced.
Oh.
Huh. You got it. Okay, so now let's move on to the 6/8. Let's move on to the 6/8, right? So this one is going to be, there's going to be a little flick in each hand, because now we're in 6, 2, 3, and then a little flick. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3,
No, getting there, but
yeah, you're way fast. It is getting there. We want every note with the click. Come on, slow it down. Don't get all freaky now. Stop, just stop. Take your calipers off. Gotta go through the whole thing again. You forgot. Dude, it's really good. You're too fast. It's much slower. Giving you a chance to think. Giving you a chance to build some muscle memory. It's this. What are you doing right now? Take your calipers off. Stop. We have the floor. Calipers off. We're going to go up a 1/2 inch and down a 1/2 inch at the same speed. That's it. That's all a wrist turn is. Take your calipers off. You already forgot. No, no throws yet. We're not there. You have to remind yourself of what is a wrist turn. You've lost your wrist turn. But just chill out, have fun. Take your calipers off. They're not the same. Okay, you're back. Don't rush. Be with the metronome. So you're just going to put a little flick out of every third note. There. 2, 3, and then flick. 2, 3. Now flick. 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 2. Now the right flicks. 2, 3. Now the right flicks. 2, 3. Now the left flicks. You miss one, just keep turning your wrist until you're ready to flick again. 2, 3. Now flick. Flick. 2, 3. Flick. 2, 3. Flick. There you go. 2. Little flick. Now you got to give me the little flick.
are we doing 6/8 or?
Yeah, we're in 6/8. 1, 2, flick. Okay, stop. Get there. We're almost there. Take your calipers off on your left. Calipers off.
Yeah.
Okay, right? Now remember that we have the floor up and down 1/2 inch at the same speed. Floor. That's it. Keep your wrist turning to the left. Calipers off.
Right.
Left. Wrist turn. Little wrist turn, half an inch. No, no flicking yet. I want you to feel the wrist turn again. No, 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 no. No, just back to the left. Calipers off. Calipers up. I'm not. Okay, stop, stop. You got it back, but I just want the left. You can put the right stick down if you want for a minute, but there. Just one click. Just give me one and stop. There. Now you're going to do that, but before you do that, you're just going to pronate a little like that, and then do that. There. Stop. There. Now that's going to happen every 3 notes. We'll threat. That's a little flick, a little throw, flick, turn, turn. The other hand goes flick. So you got the flick back. Take your calipers off. Starts with a flick and a turn and a turn and a flick. The other hand has to flick. Flick, turn, turn, flick. Turn, turn, flick. Flick, turn, turn, flick. No, you keep missing the. It's watch. The 1 and the 3 get a flick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 4, 5, 6. 1 gets a flick, 2 and 4 gets a flick. Count out loud. Count out loud.
3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1.
Okay. All right. You're back. It seems painstaking. Got it, dude. You got it. See? Now you're starting to make Spivak motions. And that's really all it is. We'll add the guide. That'll be nothing once you start to just really lock this in. Now this wrist turn thing of yours that you finally locked in on today, when you come back, when I see you next week, the first thing you're going to think, before you play, you can say it out, I should have you say it out loud. Floor, floor, calipers, up and down half inch at the same speed.
Half inch, and then floor.
That's it. The throw will have all those elements except you bend a little first. And then it's the same. A double is just that. Caliper, floor, calipers off, up and down at the same speed, a half an inch, floor. Only we're going to let it rebound because we're going to stay at the surface a little longer, follow through to the second note. And the whole thing is simply a wrist turn. That's it. I know it seems so simple. It couldn't be true. How can something so efficient be so simple? But isn't that Occam's razor? Right? If the solution is complicated, it's probably wrong.
Right. Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Turning off the camera.